said you were open to working with them to bring down crime, but you don't want to be in the immigration enforcement business. Fair distinction. But if they say, yeah, we'll do the immigration work, just control the perimeter, and when we are looking for violent, criminal, undocumented immigrants, although they probably won't use that vernacular, will you help us? What about that sweet spot?
Look, I'm not going to agree to anything right now on the spot simply because there's not a lot of trust that's baked in. They're saying this is about murderers and rapists. And like, if it were, again, there would be very obvious mechanisms to work together. This is not what it's about. This is about terrorizing people. This is picking Somali and Latino people up off of the street that are American citizens. This is discriminating only on the basis of, are you brown, and then virtually no discrimination thereafter, which, yeah, is resulting in people that are completely innocent, completely American citizens, have done nothing wrong whatsoever, getting detained, getting ripped apart from their families. And, you know, I mean, I'll just give you a few of these instances. We've got city employees that are being targeted. You know, we'll have a few public works employees out there filling potholes or whatever, and the three ones that are brown will get ID'd and be stopped and even potentially detained, and you got the one person that's white not.
Couple of DOJ questions. One, do you have any information as to whether or not there is any federal investigation into the shooting and death of Renee Good involving the officer, not involving Renee Good's wife? Do you know about any investigation of the officer at that level?
I mean, it appears that they're trying to not investigate the officer that shot Renee Good, but they are trying to investigate leaders and politicians in Minnesota and Minneapolis that have disagreed with the president of the United States, and they're doing so. And that targeting is taking place purely on the basis of work that I and others have done that is core to the responsibilities we have as mayor, namely speaking on behalf of my constituents.
The DOJ has reportedly subpoenaed you, the governor. Do you think that you will answer that subpoena, or are you determined to fight it?
I'm going to let some of the lawyers handle the exact the way this is handled as it works its way through the process. It was my office. So the office of mayor in Minneapolis was subpoenaed. I believe it was the office of governor at the state level as well. Obviously, it's frivolous. And again, this should be of deep concern for everybody.
The first time I interviewed you, it was the maelstrom of George Floyd. And you said at the time, something that was hard to say. You agreed with why people were outraged. You were there, you were local, you were present. There were calls to defund the police. You said, no, we need our police. How they police matters. That's why I'm here. That's where I want to lead. Similarly, I would have never expected you to be in another maelstrom in Minneapolis, but here you are. And again, people are outraged. They believe the actions of law enforcement were wrong, and there are calls to defund ICE. How do you feel about that?
Well, what I've heard is abolish ICE. I mean, let's be real. The amount of money that has been dumped into ICE over the last year has been ridiculous. And so, I mean, gosh, you know, we could use a lot of that money to hire police officers, which we very much need. We could use that money to put up affordable housing.
But do you believe that there should be ICE?
So I think a lot of people are talking by one another on this. Here's what I think. ICE needs bottom to top transformation. The conduct that ICE is presently engaged in and the way they're being directed is horrific. Let's be very clear. I've heard really good ideas that ICE should not be located in DHS, but should rather be put in a different department altogether. I think all very good arguments. You want to change the name, but you want to change the department. Certainly, you have to change the conduct and the way they're behaving top to bottom. Absolutely. There does, however, need to be some form of customs and/or enforcement. Customs and/or immigration enforcement. If you're going to have, laws, you do need some mechanism to enforce them. And so call it what you want, but we all just need to be kind of clear-eyed about what we're saying out loud.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.